मे मसुराश्च मे प्रियङ्गवश्च मे नवश्च मे श्यामाकाश्च मे नीवाराश्च मे अश्मा च मे मृत्तिका च मे गिरयश्च मे पर्वताश्च मे सिकताश्च मे वनस्पतयश्च मे हिरण्यं च मे यश्च मे शेषं च मे त्रपुश्च मे श्यामं च मे लोहं च मे अग्निश्च म आपश्च मे विरुधश्च म ओषधयश्च मे कृष्टभत्यं च मे कृष्टभत्यं च मे ग्राम्याश्च मे पशव आरण्याश्च यज्ञेन कल्पन्ताम् वित्तं च मे वित्तिश्च मे भूतं च मे भूतिश्च मे वसु च मे वसतिश्च मे कर्म च मे शक्तिश्च मे अर्थश्च म एमश्च म इतिश्च मे गतिश्च मे अग्निश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सोमश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे सविता च म इन्द्रश्च मे सरस्वती च म इन्द्रश्च मे पूषा च म इन्द्रश्च मे बृहस्पतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मित्रश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे वरुणश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे त्वष्टा च म इन्द्रश्च मे धाता च म इन्द्रश्च मे विष्णुश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे श्विनौ च म इन्द्रश्च मे मरुतश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे विश्वे च मे देवा इन्द्रश्च मे पृथिवी च म इन्द्रश्च मेऽन्तरिक्षं च म इन्द्रश्च मे द्यौश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे दिशश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे मूर्धा च म इन्द्रश्च मे प्रजापतिश्च म इन्द्रश्च मे अगुंशुश्च मे रश्मिश्च मेधाभ्यश्च मेऽधिपतिश्च म उपागुंसुश्च मे अन्तर्यामश्च म ऐन्द्रवायवश्च मे मैत्रावरुणश्च म आश्विनश्च मे प्रतिप्रस्थानश्च मे शुक्रश्च मे मन्थे च म आग्रगणश्च मे वैश्वदेवश्च मे ध्रुवश्च मे वैश्वानरश्च मरुतुग्रहाश्च मेऽतिग्राह्याश्च म ऐन्द्राग्नश्च मे वैश्वदेवश्च मे मरुत्वतीयाश्च मे माहेन्द्रश्च म आदित्यश्च मे सावित्रश्च मे सारस्वतश्च मे पौष्णश्च मे पाग्निवतश्च मे हार्योजनश्च मे इद्मश्च मे बर्हिश्च मे वेदिश्च मे धिष्णियाश्च मे सृचश्च मे चमसाश्च मे ग्रावाणश्च मे स्वरवश्च म उपरवाश्च मे धिषवणे च मे द्रोणकलशश्च मे वायव्यानि च मे पूतभृच्च म आधवणीयश्च म आग्नेयम् च मे हविर्धानम् च मे गृहाश्च मे सदश्च मे पुरोडाशाश्च मे पचताश्च मे बभृतश्च मे स्वगाकारश्च मे अग्निश्च मे घर्मश्च मेऽर्कश्च मे सूर्यश्च मे प्राणश्च मे श्वमेधश्च मे पृथिवी च मे दितिश्च मे दितिश्च मे द्यौश्च मे शक्वरीरङ्गुलयो दिशश्च मे यज्ञेन कल्पन्ताम् वृक्ष मे साम च मे स्तोमश्च मे यजुश्च मे दीक्षा च मे तपश्च मरुतश्च मे व्रतं च मे होरात्रयोर्वृष्ट्या बृहद्रदन्तरे च मे यज्ञेन कल्पेताम् गर्भाश्च मे वत्साश्च मे त्रयविश्च मे त्रयवे च मे दित्य दिव्यवाक्च मे दिव्यौहि च मे पञ्चाविश्च मे पञ्चावी च मे त्रिवत्सश्च मे त्रिवत्सा च मे तुर्यवाक्च मे तुर्यौहि च मे पष्टवाक्च मे पष्टौहि च म उक्षा च मे वशा च म ऋषभश्च मे वेहच्च मे नड्वाञ्च मे धेनुश्च म आयुर्यज्ञेन कल्पताम् प्राणो यज्ञेन कल्पतामपानो यज्ञेन कल्पताम् व्यानो यज्ञेन कल्पताम् चक्षुर्यज्ञेन कल्पतागुश्रोत्रं यज्ञेन कल्पताम् मनो यज्ञेन कल्पताम् वाग्यज्ञेन कल्पताम् आत्मा यज्ञेन कल्पताम् यज्ञो यज्ञेन कल्पताम् एका च मे तिस्रश्च मे पञ्च च मे सप्त च मे नव च म एकादश च मे त्रयोदश च मे पञ्चदश च मे सप्तदश च मे नवदश च म एकविंशतिश्च मे त्रयोविंशतिश्च मे पञ्चविंशतिश्च मे सप्तविंशतिश्च मे नवविंशतिश्च म एकत्रिंशच्च मे त्रयस्त्रिंशच्च मे चतस्रश्च मे ष्टौ च मे द्वादश च मे षोडश च मे विंशतिश्च मे चतुर्विंशतिश्च मे ष्टाविंशतिश्च मे द्वात्रिंशच्च मे षट्त्रिंशच्च मे चत्वारिंशच्च मे चतुश्चत्वारिंशच्च मे ष्टाचत्वारिंशच्च मे वाजश्च प्रसवश्च बीजश्च क्रतुश्च शुभश्च मूर्धा च व्यष्णियश्चान्यायनश्चान्त्यश्च भुवनश्च भुवनश्चाधिपतिश्च
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं गुरुवे देवा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Sai Ram to all. I hope you are all doing well during this time. Today is a very special day. Swami came down in human form 95 years ago to uplift humanity through his message of loving service. It is with my greatest pleasure to welcome you to the 95th birthday celebration of our beloved Swami. Although we cannot all be together during this time, with the help and guidance of their gurus, the SSC students of the Ottawa Carleton Sri Sathya Sai Spiritual Center have put together a wonderful program for all of us to enjoy this evening. The theme for this year's program is Happiness is Union with God. This truth can be explored through various means. Throughout this evening, the SSC students will show us how one can achieve this form of happiness. Swami says that chanting the divine name is the most important in this Kali age. There is no better medicine or greater spiritual discipline than Namasvarana, otherwise known as the remembrance or repetition of the name of God. Thus, always chant the divine name, as that will do away with all of your troubles, as well as confer happiness, peace, and bliss on you. There is nothing greater than chanting the divine name. People born in this yuga are far more fortunate, as Namasvarana is the easiest path to liberation in this Kali Yuga. Let us begin our program with the chanting of the Divine Ashtottara Shatanamavali led by the Group 2 students.
Om Bhagavan Shri Sathya Sai Babaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sathya Swarupaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Satya Parayanaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Varadaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Satpurushaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Satya Janatane Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarvabharadhanaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sadhujanposhanaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarvajnaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarvajanpriyaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarvashakti Murte Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarveshaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarvasanga Parityagine Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarvahitaramane Namaha. Om Shri Sai Mahimatane Namaha. Om Shri Sai Maheshwara Swarupaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Patigamubhavaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Patikshetra Nivasine Namaha. Om Shri Sai Yashakaya Shirivasine Namaha. Om Shri Sai Jyoti Adhikari Somapaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Bharadwaja Rishikotraya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Bhagavavatsalaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Apantaratmane Namaha. Om Shri Sai Avataramurte Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarvaghanipane Namaha. Om Shri Sai Apasambhasutraya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Abhayapradaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Ratnakara Vamshodbhavaya Namaha. Om ओम श्री साई शिरडी साई अभेद शक्ति अवताराय नमः। ओम श्री साई शंकराय नमः। ओम श्री साई शिरडी साई मूर्तये नमः। ओम श्री साई द्वारकामाई वासिने नमः। ओम श्री साई चित्रावती पुत्र पर्ति विहारिणे नमः। ओम श्री साई शक्ति प्रदाय नमः। ओम श्री साई शरणागत त्राणाय नमः। ओम श्री साई आनंदाय नमः। ओम श्री साई आनंददाय नमः। ओम श्री साई आर्तत्राणाय नमः। ओम श्री साई अनाथनाथाय नमः। ओम श्री साई असहाय सहायाय नमः। ओम श्री साई लोक बांधवाय नमः। ओम श्री साई लोक रक्षापरायणाय नमः। ओम श्री साई लोकनाथाय नमः। ओम श्री साई दीनजन पोषणाय नमः। ओम श्री साई मूर्तित्रय स्वरूपाय नमः। ओम श्री साई मुक्ति प्रदाय नमः। ओम श्री साई कलुष विदुराय नमः। ओम श्री साई करुणाकराय नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्व आधाराय नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्व हृदय वासिने नमः। ओम श्री साई पुण्य फल प्रदाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्व पाप क्षय कराय नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वरोग निवारिणे नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वबाधहराय नमः। ओम श्री साई अनंत नुतकर्षणे नमः। ओम श्री साई आदि पुरुषाय नमः। ओम श्री साई आदि शक्तये नमः। ओम श्री साई अपरूप शक्तिने नमः। ओम श्री साई अव्यक्त रूपिणे नमः। ओम श्री साई कामक्रोध ध्वंसिने नमः। ओम श्री साई कनकांबरधारिणे नमः। ओम श्री साई अद्भुतचर्याय नमः। ओम श्री साई आपद बांधवाय नमः। ओम श्री साई प्रेमात्मने नमः। ओम श्री साई प्रेममूर्तये नमः। ओम श्री साई प्रेमप्रदाय नमः। ओम श्री साई प्रियाय नमः। ओम श्री साई भक्तप्रियाय नमः। ओम श्री साई भक्तमंदाराय नमः। ओम श्री साई भक्तजन हृदय विहाराय नमः। ओम श्री साई भक्तजन हृदयाय नमः। ओम श्री साई भक्तपराधीनाय नमः। ओम श्री साई भक्ति ज्ञान प्रदाय नमः। ओम श्री साई भक्ति ज्ञान प्रदाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सुज्ञान मार्गदर्शकाय नमः। ओम श्री साई ज्ञान स्वरूपाय नमः। ओम श्री साई गीता बोधकाय नमः। ओम श्री साई ज्ञान सिद्धिदाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सुंदर रूपाय नमः। ओम श्री साई पुण्य पुरुषाय नमः। ओम श्री साई फलप्रदाय नमः। ओम श्री साई पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः। ओम श्री साई पुराण पुरुषाय नमः। ओम श्री साई अतीताय नमः। ओम श्री साई कालातीताय नमः। ओम श्री साई सिद्धि रूपाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सिद्ध संकल्पाय नमः। ओम श्री साई आरोग्यप्रदाय नमः। ओम Shri Sai Annavastradaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Samsara Dukkhasharaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarvabhishapradaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Kalyana Gunaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Karmadvamsine Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sadhu Manasa Gopikaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarvamata Sammataya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sadhu Manasa Parishodakaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sadhatra Anugraha Vata Vriksha Kapishtapakaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sakala Samshaya Haraya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sakala Tattva Bodhikaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Yogishwaraya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Yogindra Manditaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarvamangalakaraya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sarvasiddhi Pradaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Apannivarine Namaha. Om Shri Sai Artiharaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Shantamurte Namaha. Om Shri Sai Sulabha Prasannaya Namaha. Om Shri Sai Bhagavan Shri Sathya Sai Babaya Namaha.
Ganesha is the one who removes all obstacles in the way of fulfilling any action. Vinayaka is endowed with supreme intelligence, which enables him to understand the all-encompassing nature of the divine. He demonstrated the truth that his divine parents were the two to whom he owed his birth and existence. He also knew that they were who he should seek as his redeemers. He subjected himself to a test, in a way in which he could impart to the world this knowledge. Let us learn more about this from the special needs class.
This year for Swami's birthday celebrations, our SSC special needs children are going to be narrating the story of the wisdom of Ganesha. For the past 3 months, they have been creating the props by coloring the picture and cutting it out and making them into puppets while learning the story also. Now they are ready to narrate the story to you. I hope you enjoy the story as much as the children enjoyed creating the props, learning the story, and narrating it for you.
Ganesha's wisdom. How did Ganesha acquire his supreme powers? His parents, Shiva and Parvati, held a race for their two sons, Ganesha and Muruga. Shiva and Parvati said they will offer their grace in the form of a mango to whoever comes first after rounding the universe.
The younger son, Muruga, set out immediately on his peacock to go round the universe.
On seeing Muruga approaching his parents almost at the end of his trip, Ganesha, who had been sitting quietly all the while, got up and went around his parents and sat down.
Muruga, you have taken so much trouble to go around the universe. You are the winner.
Lord Shiva asked,
Ganesha, what is the inner meaning of going around your parents?
Dear parents, I see both of you in everything and in everywhere in the universe. By going around you, I have covered the whole universe.
Parvati was very pleased with Ganesha. Parvati said,
Ganesha, you are the winner.
Lord Shiva was so much impressed with Ganesha's wisdom that he told him,
Those who wish to worship me will offer their worship first to you.
The right path for all people is to develop faith in God and pray to have wisdom. This will give true happiness.
Namaste.
Swami says, whatever you do, do it with dedication or shraddha. The secret of happiness is not doing what you like, but liking what you do. Every act must be suffused with love. Whatever you do, infuse it with interest and love. See all work as spiritual exercise, as an offering. Then, work is transformed into worship. Let us explore this quote in the context of the time we are living in now, in a presentation by the group 3 boys.
Where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. When you move, I'll move. I will follow.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Dear aunties and uncles, my humble pranams at the lotus feet of Bhagavan Shri Sathya Sai Baba. Sai Ram. My name is Kartik. Today, we are very fortunate and happy to celebrate Swami's 95th birthday. On this auspicious day, our Group 3 boys would like to present to Swami a performance highlighting the various challenges by COVID-19 along with the excellent service performed by the frontline workers in Canada who are working hard around the clock.
When you move, I'll move. I will follow you. Who you love, I love. How you serve, I serve. This life I lose. I will follow you. Yeah, I will follow you.
Sairam, my name is Naman. I work as a nurse at the Ottawa Civic Hospital in the intensive care unit. During my 25-year nursing career at the Ottawa Civic Hospital in the intensive care unit, I've come across many patients facing life-threatening illnesses and disease and have worked very hard to save their lives. But this year, it's completely different. The COVID-19 pandemic has impacted the healthcare community across the globe. Thanks to my family, who are helping me discharge my duties to my fullest abilities during these crisis times. Since there is no vaccine and no scientifically approved medication, it is very disheartening to witness my situation. I urge you to follow healthcare guidelines and to be safe. Sairam.
My name is Ashwin. I am a trained psychiatric social worker. I work at the Royal Ottawa Mental Health Centre. My role is to offer therapeutic support as well as practical help to individuals to cope up with mental ill issues. During the COVID-19 pandemic, people are experiencing mental illness, such as anxiety attack, excessive fear, sleeplessness, excessive stress. People of all ages have the fear that their family members, friends, or they themselves may become ill or infected by the coronavirus while they go for shopping, work, university, or school. Please don't panic and do not fear. My humble request to you is to follow the healthcare guidance. Sairam.
Follow you. Who you love, I love. How you serve, I serve. This life I lose. I will follow you. Yeah, I will follow you.
My name is Akshay. I'm a chief in practice medical doctor at the Toronto General Hospital in the Infectious Diseases Department. The second wave in Toronto has increased the number of COVID-19 cases, and there is likely to be a shortage of beds if the cases continue to increase. I'm worried. I treat many patients in the intensive care unit who are struggling for their life due to the coronavirus attack. During these difficult times, I always wonder the hardship encountered by pharmacists who are approached by sick patients for simple medication.
I am truly blessed by Swami to have completed my graduate studies at the Pharmaceutical Sciences at the University of Toronto. I am glad to work as a licensed pharmacist at the Ottawa Hospital. I'm happy to dispense medicine to help patients feel better during this COVID-19 pandemic. I encourage each and every one of you to get the COVID-19 vaccine administered to you as soon as it is officially released. But in the meantime, please consider getting the flu shot to reduce preventable sicknesses and trips to the hospital. Sathya.
This life I lose, I will follow you. I will follow you. Light into the world, light into my life.
My name is Devish. I work as a critical care paramedic at the City of Ottawa. I carry out emergency medical care to patients who sustain accidents or serious injuries involving life-threatening illnesses, transport them to the hospital for further medical care. I worked on COVID-19 emergency cases during the month of May to August 2020, and it was disheartening to witness many patients struggling to breathe. I have documented their illnesses and provided detailed reports to the medical research group for further medical analysis. I pray to God that we should soon get a vaccine to overcome this deadliest coronavirus.
My name is Karthik. I work as a scientist in the Research and Development Department at Pfizer Pharma Company. As a scientist, I work hard to find a vaccine for COVID-19, and we believe it will be out in 2021.
Life everlasting in you, there's freedom.
My name is Sanjay. I'm happy to serve as pastor of the Baptist Church Calvary. This year, due to COVID-19 pandemic, my schedule has been busy. I frequently get many phone calls from church members to conduct prayers for the well-being of the community. It is very sad that more than 1.2 million people have died in the world due to COVID-19. These days, people are worried about coming to the place of worship due to fear of community spread. I fully understand their emotions. I strongly pray to Jesus to protect the lives of people from this deadliest virus. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen.
My name is Dabovin. I am very happy to serve the Toronto region as the police officer for the past 25 years. In my career so far, I have not faced a health crisis like the COVID-19 pandemic. This pandemic is devastating. It has extended for more than 6 months and we are not sure how long it's going to continue. A 16-year-old teenager has coughed into an officer's place, claiming to have novel coronavirus. The officer had severe anxiety attack and was forced to self-isolate for a week. I noticed a group of people chatting in a park without wearing a mask and not social distancing. I had to be assertive to give them tickets for not observing the healthcare guidelines. They were frustrated with me, but of course, I understand. I prayed to Swami to bless us with a vaccine to save our lives from the coronavirus.
My name is Nibishan. From the beginning of my childhood days, I have had many opportunities to sing devotional songs. This has been possible mainly by the grace of the Lord, as well as the support of my parents and well-wishers. I have performed in many temples as well as in public gatherings. I am immensely satisfied when I sing songs in the praise of the Lord. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, I have restricted my performances to online. I believe with the Lord's grace, we will soon have a medication for this coronavirus disease. I like to sing a few lines to see God's grace and blessings.
Saira, my name is Medan. I served the Ottawa Medical School as a professor of pediatrics. After the deadliest coronavirus spread in the community, I got instructions to change the course curriculums to online classes at a short notice. This decision was tough for me to handle. Another greatest challenge I faced was to develop online assessment tests and to complete the final grading. Thanks to Microsoft Teams software, it is a conference tool that enables me to schedule virtual meetings with students, staff to conduct meetings. I strongly pray for Swami to help us to get back to our regular life by being able to organize live convocation for students completing their academic programs. Thank you.
My name is Nishant. I work as a math teacher for high school students at Colonel By Secondary School, Ottawa. I am very proud to teach IB students the math courses for grade 11 and 12. Due to COVID-19 situation, students are encouraged to come in person for 2 days and for another 2 days to attend the online classes. This has been a great challenge for the educational institutions to invest huge money on buying media equipment. Also, I see it as a greater challenge for the students to wear masks and social distance in the classroom and during lunch break. I pray to God that we soon find medical solutions to this coronavirus and get back to our regular life very soon.
My name is Sathya and I work as an AO pilot for Canada. Prior to COVID-19, I used to fly 100 hours a month, but after post-COVID-19, I hardly fly 40 hours. The aviation industry has been heavily impacted and many of the staff have been given layoffs. This has created a greater anxiety among the other working people. To enable all of us to travel across the globe, I suggest the airlines industry has to quickly establish the rapid testing facility at airports, which can help to identify the coronavirus and slow down the spread of the virus. I pray to Lord to help us. Saram.
My name is Sarjan. I work as an architect in the PLC construction company in Ottawa. In my professional career, I've worked in large construction projects. Some of the large projects that I worked on include the construction of a large shopping complex in Ottawa, a large accommodation facility and a university, an effluent treatment plant for an industrial setting, and also a cancer hospital. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it has been a great challenge for the construction industry to hire and retain workers. I wish we soon get over this problem and get back to our normal life. Thank you.
Sidon, when hearing the words of all these professionals, not only we can get the feel of the threats that they're facing, but we can also see the commitment and dedication of our frontline workers who are working hard and giving their best during these challenging times in life.
As Swami says, fill your heart with love and compassion. If you have love in your heart, you will see God everywhere. Hence, Bangaru. Develop love and compassion. Always keep your thoughts steadily fixed on the divine power that fills your heart with bliss. The divine power is infinite. The more you contemplate on the divine, the more and more bliss or happiness gets multiplied. Let us appreciate the creations of the Group 1 as they have prepared beautiful pieces of arts as well as written pieces on the subject of happiness with Swami. Engage yourself in service activity. Consider social service as service to God. As Swami says, love all, serve all, and your life will be sanctified thereby. Service is an expression of love, for which the group Poor Boys have partaken in a Seva project, where they have decided to do many thoughtful acts of kindness around the center, as a reminder to us all to remain positive during these hard times.
Sairam, everyone.
Sairam.
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 Can you guys please on your camera, please? We want to make this interactive, so please on your camera. Everybody, please on your camera. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good job. Everybody, please on your camera. Thank you. Yeah. Good.
So what are you guys thinking for doing for Swami's birthday?
I mean, we're gonna do a play, right?
Oh, why don't we try something a little different this year? We do a play every year.
What do you mean?
We could just change it up. I mean, just for this year.
What can we do then?
Jeopardy again?
I think that would be a bit hard during COVID.
Sorry guys, I lost track of time. Wait, what's happening?
Come on, Tarun. The time change happened 2 weeks ago, man.
Yo, sorry.
Well, someone has to think of something different and speak up, or we're gonna have to go around and ask everyone one by one.
Okay, hear me out. Guys, I think I have an idea. So the other day, I was reading an excerpt from one of Swami's discourses, and he was talking a lot about service. And one of the things he said was that social service is service to God, and that's how we earn God's love. And then after he said that serve all, love all. So because this year's theme is about God's love and union with God, why don't we do like a service project, right?
Yeah, I guess that sounds interesting.
But what type of service could we do, especially with all the COVID restrictions?
Guys, why don't we go clean the center? It's probably been a long time since it was cleaned, and it'd be good to be directly involved in something.
That does sound promising.
I think we should do more, don't you think? Just something to add on to that.
Yeah, it seems pretty small.
Well, we could try raising food for the food cupboard. During this pandemic, I heard they're struggling to get donations.
Yeah, but guys, we also need to incorporate a personal touch, like something that's us and the rest of us at the center can feel and connect with.
But what would that be?
Guys, I overheard my mom talking to one of the seniors the other day on the phone. It sounded like all the seniors are missing seeing everyone on Sundays. Why don't we each pay them a surprise visit?
I guess we could.
Yeah, why don't we cheer up the seniors we know? I'm sure they're really bored being at home all the time, you know?
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're also bored.
No, but think about it. Diwali is soon, and maybe we can do something to make the seniors happy.
Yeah, like maybe we could go over to their houses and surprise them with some sparklers.
But what about all of these COVID restrictions? What are we going to do about those?
Well, if we wear masks and keep our 6-foot distance, we should be okay.
Alright, so we'll do some deep cleaning at the center, organize a collection for the food cupboard, and then surprise the seniors. Does that sound like a plan?
That sounds pretty solid. Why don't we get started?
Yeah.
Sairam all. As Swami's birthday approaches, we all look for ways to serve him and do something that he would be proud of on this yearly occasion. One such thing is service, and my group decided to clean the center.
So what are you guys doing?
Just putting the chairs back. We actually just vacuumed the area, so now we're just putting the chairs back in order.
So what are your reasons for participating in the Seva today?
I think it's really important to come to the center again and clean. And why? Because we haven't been to the center in a very long time. By coming back to the center and cleaning it, we get to start the year off on a positive note, and we get to reunite with the center, which is ultimately very important.
So what do you guys gain from this experience, and how do you think it brings you closer to God?
This year's theme is Happiness is Union with God. Cleaning the center makes me happy, and I guess it goes in line with the theme that in that it brings me closer to God.
Right now, we've been organizing books given to the Science Center. These books can be signed out and given to others who come to pick them up.
Alright, so what motivated you to participate in this Seva?
What motivated me was due to the pandemic, we were unable to come to the Science Center and make a play for Sai Baba. So this year, I decided to organize and clean the library for his president.
For me, I decided to help out because I believe it's good to help others. This service is also going towards Swami, which will be my gift to him for his birthday. Swami also says when a service is done with love, it's a good service, which is what I've been trying to do today. Personally, I feel like I've gained more organizing skills by organizing all these books out. I feel like I'm closer to God in the way that I've helped him out and I'm giving him his gift for his birthday.
I think I gained the ability to be helpful because I'm helping around organizing books and cleaning the center. I think this brings me closer to God to Sai Baba because this is for his birthday.
I'm just doing some quick vacuuming of the area with the prayer ball. What motivated you to participate in the Seva today?
Well, just the fact that Swami says that the mind and body should be treated as a temple. So for me, in the same way, we should treat the temple, or the center in this case, as our mind and body. And always keep it clean.
What do you guys gain from this experience? And how does it bring you closer to Swami?
Well, for me, by cleaning the center today, I really felt my connection with Swami strengthening. Working in his humble house has deepened my love and devotion.
Using Swami's teaching about how hands that serve are holier than the lips that pray, I am out here at center performing various cleaning tasks which are closening and strengthening my relationship with Swami.
What really motivated me to participate today was that throughout my life I've been coming to Sai Center to instill myself with very good values, and I've been taught a lot by the different gurus of the community here, and they've made me the person I am today. So I want to give back, especially during these days with COVID-19 and all. Not many people can be here to help out, and so we wanted to come in and do whatever we can to help the community.
I wanted to give back by keeping the center clean for those who come here during the pandemic times, and by helping out, I am able to do something small that can put a smile on others' faces. Service helps us become closer with Swami, as he has said, service to man is service to God. And by doing so, this helps us achieve a spiritual place in life. Swami has said he will accept the smallest things, and for his birthday, I am cleaning the center and putting my heart into it.
Upon hearing this year's theme, Love is Union with God, we, the Group 4 boys, were inspired to take a unique approach and perform a service act as an expression of love. As per our service project, we decided to take part in 3 major initiatives. Our first being to thoroughly clean the center. Our second being to visit the center seniors and surprise them with sweets and sparklers for Deepavali.
Happy Diwali, Uncle. We came to these are Group 4 boys. Yeah.
We just wanted to give you
Okay. Thank you very much, Saira. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Auntie. Very nice to see you. Happy Diwali! Amma, they're waiting again.
Thank you, thank you.
Happy Diwali!
Happy Deepavali, Auntie.
Thank you, and God bless you.
Happy Diwali, Uncle.
Happy dear.
Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. Thank you, darling. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Happy Diwali. Happy Diwali, Uncle.
Happy Diwali, all of you. Thank you. Thank
And
you.
give it. Hey, good, Uncle.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good, good.
So just give it to him.
Is it okay for a
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Uncle.
Have a good Diwali. Have a good Diwali.
You too. Happy Diwali, all of you and your family.
Thank you, Uncle.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi. Happy Diwali. How are you doing?
The whole gang is here?
Yes. Okay, good. Just
Okay, thank you very much.
from Sai Center.
Same to you. Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you, Sairam. Thank you so much. Yeah, they will share.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank.
Oh, not too bad.
Very good.
Peace with everyone. I am so happy.
Very good.
Sarah.
See you then. Happy Diwali.
Oh, that's so nice.
Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
Sairam auntie.
Happy Diwali.
Yeah. Thank you, Sairam auntie.
We wanted a
Lamb. Yes, Arun.
It was through these experiences that strengthened our relationship with Swami by creating a greater sense of inner happiness and love all around our community. cleaning the humble home of Baba while also seeing the delighted faces of our respected seniors has really brought us all together, not only as a group, but as a Sai family. It taught us the true meaning of selfless service and what it means to engage in service as an extension of love. As a Sai family, we are all in this together. The recent pandemic has taught us what's most important: health, family, and our connections with each other. It was through these connections that the Group 4 boys decided to take a different approach this year and connect with the community as an offering for Swami's 95th Jayanti. Our goal as a group this year was to not only spread happiness and create change, but to also inspire others to do the same. We encourage everyone to also partake in service and experience the sense of inner happiness and love so closely associated with the union of God. And to our fellow seniors for whom we have missed this week, do not worry, we will see you during the holiday season. Jai Saram, happy birthday, Swami.
In chapter 12 of the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna said to Arjuna, "Those who dedicate all their actions to me, regarding me as the supreme goal, worshipping me and meditating on me with exclusive devotion, O Parth, I swiftly deliver them from the ocean of birth and death, for their consciousness is united with me." Let us now listen to the chanting of slokas by the Group 3 girls from the same chapter of the Bhagavad Gita.
Om Shri Sai Ram. Beloved Swami once told his students, why fear when you're dear? So the question which came to her mind was, what makes us dear to the Lord? This led us to the 8 verses from the Bhagavad Gita, which are collectively called the Amrita Ashtakam, or the 8 immortal verses. In these 8 immortal verses, we find a presentation of the qualities, characteristics, and mental attitudes of an individual who has attained the peak of spirituality, what the Gita refers to as supreme devotion. These verses not only inspire us, but to show us our real hidden potential, the kind of person we can actually become. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy the Amrita Ashtakam.
Advishta sarva bhutanam maitra karuna eva cha nirmamo nirahankara samadukka sukha shami. He who hates no being, who is friendly and compassionate to all, who is free from the feeling of I and mine, even-minded in pain and pleasure and forbearing.
Santushtam satatam yogi yatatma dridhanishayah mayarpitamano buddhi yomad bhaktyasame priyah. Ever content and steady in meditation, self-controlled and possessed of the firm convictions, mind and intellect fixed on me, he my devotee is dear to me.
Yasmano tujate loko, lokano tujate jayaha, harsha marsha payodveke, mukto yasachame priyaha. He by whom the world is not afflicted, and whom the world cannot afflict. He who is free from joy, anger, fear, and anxiety, he is dear to me.
Anapeksha sudirdaksha udasino gatavyataha sarvaramba parityagi yo madbhakta same priyaha.
He who has no wants, who is pure and prompt, unconcerned, untroubled. He who is selfless in all his undertakings, he who is thus devoted to me is dear to me.
यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति शुभपरित्यागी भक्तिमान्यः स मे प्रियः. He who neither rejoices nor hates, nor grieves nor desires, renouncing good and evil, full of devotion, he is dear to me.
Samashatro cha mitre cha tata manapamanayoho shitoshna sukha dukheshu samasanga vivachitaha. He who is the same to foe and friend, and also in honor and dishonor, who is the same in cold and heat, pleasure and pain, and without attachment.
Tuya ninda stutir mauni santushto yena kenachita aniketa stirmatir bhaktiman me priyo naraha. To whom censure and praise are equal, who is silent, content with anything, homeless, steady-minded, full of devotion. That man is dear to me.
Ye tu dharmyamritam midam yatoktam paryupasate shraddhadanam matparma bhaktaste tiva me priyaha. They verily who follow this immortal dharma described above, endued with faith and looking upon me as the supreme goal and devoted, they are exceedingly dear to me.
These qualities and mental attitudes that we have described do not come to us overnight. We have to work harder at changing our behaviors and impulses every day. And this will eventually transform our personality by not acting selfishly, by not speaking harshly, by not thinking negatively. We will finally arrive at our basic state, which is love. As we all know, God is love and love is God. Practice of these verses will eventually lead us to happiness, which is union with God. Jai Sai Ram.
Says, it is most essential that you understand that everything happens per His will. Whatever happens is for your own good. With such firm conviction, one should accept pain, pleasure, good and bad with equanimity. It may be difficult to bear misfortunes. You should pray to God to grant you the necessary strength to bear them. You may be facing difficulties today, but tomorrow will be different. Difficulties are like passing clouds. They always give room for happiness. The Group 4 girls have written and acted in a short play where it follows the story of a rich and successful businessman, Mr. Shaker, as he is on his path to finding true happiness. Let us enjoy what they have prepared.
Have you seen the news? Ottawa has up to 600 cases of COVID-19. Schools and restaurants are shutting down. Some of my friends are even being told to work from home. It's a really scary time.
Yeah, my wife and I were just talking about that this morning. My children have moved to online schools. Do we know what's going to happen to businesses?
Excuse me, everyone. May I please have all of your attention? So as you probably know, due to this pandemic, we're losing a lot of our customers and our very own employees have been getting sick. So our next moves as a company are determined by whatever official orders are given to us. So please, everyone, be ready for a temporary potential closure.
Well, folks, looks like we're gonna have to shut down for a while. I hope that you and your families stay safe and healthy during this tough time.
Oh my. Thankfully we have money saved up. With everyone at home for this long, what are we even going to do?
just informed us that business is going to be shut down for a while. He also said that he won't be providing as much financial support. He says that as if we're all rich like him and are going to be fine. Luckily, you're still working virtually. It's going to be a very difficult and scary time for us.
I know it's scary, but we must have faith in God. We are only given with what we can handle, and we must live trusting that God will take care of us and our family.
Yes, of course. At least our family is safe and healthy. That is all that matters. I can't imagine how it must be for people going through this all alone. Speaking of which, poor Mr. Shaker only has his butler to keep him company.
He must feel scared and alone.
I doubt that. Although the business is shutting down for a while, Ruffy is very wealthy. And alone? Ruffy chooses to be alone because he is very materialistic and he finds joy in luxurious possessions. I'm sure he has plenty of entertainment at home.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older, then we wouldn't have to wait so long? And wouldn't it be nice to live together in the kind of world where we belong? You know it's gonna make it that much better when we can say goodnight and stay together. Wouldn't it be nice if we could wake up in the morning when the day is blue? Happy habits spend the day together, hold each other close the whole night through. What happy times together we keep spending. I wish that
Here's your coffee, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. You know, I've been really enjoying quarantine so far. At first I thought I would be bored out of my mind. But honestly, I'm having the time of my life.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, sir.
I have all the luxuries in the world. My sports cars, my mansions, and of course my money. What else could a man possibly ask for? I've driven around in all my cars and ate so much delicious food. But there's no one here to enjoy all of this stuff with me. Quarantine is starting to get boring. I wonder what my employees are doing at this time. Hello, Mohammed?
Yes, sir. Ayan Rahul, turn the TV down. Don't you see I'm in a meeting? Sorry, my kids are playing their video games right now. How are you?
I'm good. How are you and your family doing? Sounds like you have your hands full.
Well, overall we have some challenges. The kids are at home all day and are getting bored and restless.
Honey, who are you talking to?
Shh, my boss is in the meeting.
Oh, Mr. Shaker! Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Mohammed was just telling me how your quarantine was going so far. And I'm sorry. I can't even imagine how hard it must be.
Yeah, it's tough. My wife and I are also so worried about our finances. Every day is filled with uncertainty.
I'm so sorry to hear. Please let me know if you need anything.
Oh, that's so kind. Thank you, sir. It truly means a lot. But I've got to say, somehow we're both finding this whole quarantine thing quite enjoyable.
What? Really? How so?
Well, never in my life will I get the opportunity to spend time with my family like I can right now. We've been playing games all the time, making all our meals together, and so much more. We even have time to pray together. I've never felt closer to my family and God than I do right now.
That's good to hear.
Boys, stop fighting over the remote. Can you go and stop them before they break something?
Bye, Mr. Shaker.
Sorry about that, Mr. Shaker. How's your quarantine going? I can't imagine what it's like for you. Sure, you're the richest man I know. Do you have any family or friends with you? I couldn't imagine going through all of this unprecedented time alone.
Yeah, well, I have my butler with me, but that's all. Quarantine seemed fun in the beginning, but I'm starting to think that those luxuries only go so far. Anyhow, I think I'll call Mary and see how she and her husband are doing.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. She may even be able to give you some ideas to keep you entertained that don't involve kids running around the house. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, it was great talking to you.
Yes, you too. Bye.
Hey, Mary.
Hello, Mr. Shaker. How are you?
Just checking in on you. What's quarantine been like for you?
Well, my husband and I have been doing good, actually. We've been bonding a lot lately, and I feel like we're much happier now than we were before.
That's good to hear. How's he holding up with work and stuff?
He's doing good. He works in the tech industry, so he's been working remotely. So it's a relief that financially we're doing okay.
Oh, thank God.
So what have you been up to today?
I actually just got off the phone with Mohammed.
How is he holding up? It must be tough with the little ones.
Yeah, he has some challenges, but overall they're doing well.
Yeah, I can imagine. What about you, sir?
Oh, well, I've been busy. For the first part of it anyways. Now I feel bored at home. I thought all my luxuries would keep me occupied.
Yeah, it must be tough for you. Well, my husband and I have been recently trying to improve our spiritual health. We do yoga, sing songs, and even pray together. Honestly, sir, God is the reason why we're happy right now. I can't imagine where we would be physically, emotionally, or spiritually without God.
Wow, I'm glad you found a way to lighten up your lives during this tough time.
You know, sir, you can try it too. I know that you were never into all the spiritual stuff, but I think that it'll be good for you.
I don't know, Mary.
Just think about it, sir. It'll do you some good, I promise.
We'll see. Mary, we'll see. Have a nice day.
Thank you. You too. Hello, sir. I was running a bit late. My apologies.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm finally glad to see another human being. Please, come on in. Take all that off. I promise you, I don't have the coronavirus.
I must take every precaution possible. I live with my elderly mother, as you know. I can't put her at risk. You should take these precautions too. Even though you're in good health, you should protect all the others that are more vulnerable.
You are absolutely right. I shouldn't be so selfish. I should take precautions to help not only myself, but my community.
By the way, sir, I wanted to inform you. I looked through the books and they're not looking very good.
As to be expected. Obviously this pandemic was going to cause a slowdown of some sort.
Right. Well, at this rate, you have 2 months until the business goes under.
Oh my. That's worse than I expected.
It's quite dire, I know. But do you need anything else from me?
Oh, thanks for stopping by though. It means a lot.
I would love to stay, but I have to go make dinner for my mother. She used to go to the Psi Center every week and spend time with the other community members, but now she doesn't even have that.
Oh right, my mother goes to Psi Center frequently. Have you ever been, Jimothy?
Oh yes, I'm actually a guru for one of the SC classes. It's a wonderful place. The people, the budgets, and obviously to connect with Swami. Ravi, you should definitely join me one time, when this is all over.
Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe though.
Okay, sir, I'll take my leave now.
Have a good evening, Jimothy. Oh man, I knew things were gonna be bad, but I didn't expect things to be this bad, this fast. Maybe calling my mother will ease my worries.
Mataji, how are you? Oh, my sweet sunshine. I am better now seeing your handsome face. You look just like your father.
Oh, thanks, Mom. How have you been?
I am okay. I've been catching up with old friends and distant relatives I haven't spoken to in decades.
Ah, nice. Are you healthy and staying safe?
Of course. The nursing home is on lockdown mode. I wear a mask whenever nurses and staff come to check on me.
It must be hard. How are you keeping your spirits up?
Well, it's good you asked. I stayed happy through my loving guru, Sathya Sai Baba. He is my best friend and he's been here for me this entire time.
That's wonderful to hear. You always used to talk about him and his teachings. Maybe now that I have time, I can begin to look more into him.
Oh, Ravi, that is amazing to hear. That you are eager to learn about Sathya Sai Baba. In fact, I have a few of his books downloaded on my iPad.
You know how to use FaceTime on the iPad? And download books? Soon you'll be more tech savvy than me.
Oh, silly goose. I am the next Bill Gates, huh? I will send the books to you. Trust me, they will provide you comfort.
Thank you, Mother.
I will talk to you soon.
Bye, my sweet son. May God bless you.
ఏదో ఒక మనిషిని అందించుకునే నిమిత్తమై భగవంతుడు మనకు ఈ కష్టమును అనుభవిస్తూ చేస్తున్నాడు.
You are suffering today because God has an intention to make you happy later.
భగవంతుడితో కూడినటువంటి హ్యాపీ.
Happiness when once you are in union with God.
కాబట్టి ఆ హ్యాపీ వచ్చినప్పుడు భగవంతుడు ఉన్నాడు.
Once you enjoy that happiness, you experience God.
Happiness is union with God.
Wow, where has this been my whole life? If I only listened to my mother sooner, I would have felt this utter joy earlier. Hello, Jimothy.
Hello, sir. Is everything okay?
Oh yes, everything is perfect. I was just calling to tell you that once this whole quarantine ordeal is over, I would love to go to Sai Center with you.
Oh, yes, that sounds great. Once this is all over, we should definitely make plans to go to the center.
Okay, thank you, Jimothy.
Okay, goodbye.
Sai Ram, Sai Sham.
My whole life, I felt this hole in my heart, a loneliness. For years, I've tried to fill that hole by earning money and finding financial prosperity. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to have my wonderful house, my sports cars, and materialistic goods. But it never made me completely and truly happy. When I began to follow the teachings of Swami, I started to slowly experience that complete happiness. Swami is my best friend, and now I will no longer have to walk the walk of life alone. I finally feel truly happy.
Sai Ram, Sai Sham, mere Sai Ram.
The children have depicted beautiful stories, as well as have created and recited meaningful pieces that help us connect to Swami. We have seen that true happiness lies in union with God. If you have the firm conviction that God is always within you, with you, and around you, you will never face hardship or misery in your life. Only God's name can provide you with unwavering protection at all periods of time, under all circumstances. Aspects of life are like a passing cloud, where only love and bliss are permanent. Love is God, and God is love, so live in love. If your thoughts and actions are good, your future is bound to be good, and our world together will prosper. Let us pray for the peace and prosperity of our entire world.
समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु.
Thank you, and Saira.
My most humble and loving pronouns at the divine lotus feet of my beloved Mother Sai. Happy birthday, Swami, and Sairam to all. Let us give a big round of applause to the children for the wonderful program. How beautifully they were able to bring out the meaning and show us the different paths that could lead to union with God, which will give us everlasting happiness. Awesome talent by the group 4 girls and boys who made the videos. Let's give them another round of applause. On behalf of the SSC wing, Vatsala and I take this opportunity to offer our love and gratitude to all the gurus who have worked very hard to put together tonight's program, as well as to appreciate and thank them for their dedication in taking the SSC classes every Sunday. Thank you, gurus. We would also like to thank the audio team, as well as the group 3 and 4 children who helped with the editing and recording of tonight's presentation, and to our MCs, Saira, Asmita, and Divya. A big thank you to the parents and gurus for their ongoing support, for it's with your help and guidance that helps blossom the spirit of love and dedication, as well as setting the spiritual foundation for the children. Our kids are the future leaders, and helping them build the spiritual foundation sets them on a path to success and to the health and well-being of the people and country at large. Our heartfelt thanks to President Gigi for always being there and supporting the SSC wing. In a discourse in 1997, Swami said, "Make God the foundation of your life. Carry on your normal duties, for duty is God, work is worship. Spiritualize all your actions and treat whatever happens as actions for your good. Learn to experience perennial happiness and bliss by seeking union with God. Never forget God. If you want real lasting happiness, you can get it only by union with God. So fill your heart with love and compassion. Develop firm faith that God is in you and you are God, and that your body itself is the temple of God. Then there will be no scope at all for anger, jealousy, pride, etc. to trouble you. Hence, Bangaru, develop love and compassion. Be happy. Be happy." We will now continue the evening program with bhajans led by our youth, followed by cake cutting and arati. Sai Ram.
Gajavadana Shubhana
Jaya Jaya Rama.
युग अवतारा साई रामा युग अवतारा साई रामा राम राम साई राम 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 सीतापते श्री राम राम सीतापते श्री राम राम सीतापते श्री राम राम सीतापते श्री युग अवतारा साई राम
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. 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 Yeshu Pita Prabhu Allahu Akbar, Shri Sai Bhakti Sai Tomao. Yeshu Pita Prabhu Allahu Akbar, Shri Sai Bhakti Sai Tomao. Yeshu Pita Prabhu Allahu Akbar, Shri Sai Bhakti Sai Tomao. Yeshu Pita Prabhu Allahu Akbar, Shri Sai Bhakti Sai Tomao. Guru Nanak bhi tumao, Guru Nanak bhi tumao, Guru Nanak bhi tumao, Guru Nanak bhi tumao. Saurashtra Bhagavid tumao, Saurashtra Bhagavid tumao, Saurashtra Bhagavid tumao, Saurashtra Bhagavid tumao. Yeshu Pita Prabhu tumao, Yeshu Pita Prabhu tumao, Yeshu Pita Prabhu tumao, Yeshu Pita Prabhu tumao. Allahu Akbar tumao, Sai Allahu Akbar tumao, Sai Allahu Akbar tumao, Sai Allahu Akbar tumao. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Yeshu Pita Prabhu Allahu Akbar, Shri Sai Bhakti Sai Tomao. Yeshu Pita Prabhu Allahu Akbar, Shri Sai Bhakti Sai Tomao. Guru Nanak bhi tumao, Guru Nanak bhi our beloved Lord Sai. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. This is your day, O Sai, our beloved Lord Sai. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, Sai. Happy birthday, Sai. Happy birthday.
Svah Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Saishwaraya Vidmahe Sathya Devaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Saishwaraya Vidmahe Sathya Devaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Saishwaraya Vidmahe Sathya Devaya Dhimahi Tanna Sarva Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tatsat Sri Narayanadu Purushottama Gurudu Siddha Buddhadu Skanda Vinayaka Savita Bhavatu Sai Savita Bhavatu Brahmamashadu Javashaktidu Keshu Vida Prabhudu Rudra Vishnadu Rama Krishnadu Rahimada Kodu Sai Rahimada Odu Vasudeva Go Vishwarupadu Siddhananda Haridu Bhakti Diyadu Agala Nirvaya Atmalinga Haridu Sai Atmalinga Haridu Sai Atmalinga Shivadu. जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्ति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकर्णा सर्वा प्राणपदे स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपदे आश्रिक कल्पगदीका आश्रिक कल्पगदीका आवत् पाण्डवा ॐ जय जगदीश हरे माधवीरा गुरुदेव मरियं करुणीरे स्वामी मरियं करुणीरे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्र शयन ॐ जय जगदीश हरे शिव साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल आरती अंदुको मंगल आरती अंदुको मंगल गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय समस्तलोका सुखिनोर्भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनोर्भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनोर्भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की
जय।
My humble pranams to the lotus feet of our Bhagavan Shri Sathya Sai Baba. Sai Ramal. Sai Ramal. Okay. I thought you are in no talking terms with me. So, anyway. Sairam, thanks for coming this evening. I have many people to thank for this celebration. This year is a milestone, 95th birthday of our Bhagavan. We celebrated very well in last 2 days amidst of this COVID situation. First, I would like to thank our special need SSC kids' parents as well as the gurus. Group 1 to 4, we can conduct the class through Zoom or MS Team or Google Meet or anyway, but special need is a challenging thing. I really appreciate all the gurus and parents for pulling it through this time. We are almost there. Next year, 2021, will be a good year for us. I miss you all. You can come to center anytime when you have a private class. I make sure there is no one here in the center, so you can have your class or you can have Darshan for Swami. If you want to come like a family per family, you can come anytime. The center is wide open for you. Thank you so much. Next, group 1. Group 1 kids, the drawing and the artwork you make, it's amazing. I think 2 months ago, when I went through all my old documents, when I was assistant guru with Sheila Auntie for group 1 12 years ago, I went through some drawings and I took them out and sent to the kids. They all are graduated now from SSC. They saw those pictures and told me, like, is that me who drew this? So that's how they think. You know, it's amazing art, and after some time you feel that this is not me who drew this. So the thing with drawing and art, it gives mind and hand coordination. That's very important for your future. Keep it up. Thank you so much for all lovely drawings. Those drawings will come back to you after 12 years. I make sure that the Guru sent you. Group 2. Now, we are in a pandemic situation. Many times I wonder, whenever I talk to our senior and other regular devotees who chant Swami's Ashwatra Satanamavali, I always tell them at one point of time we have to transfer this to younger kids. Now I don't have any worries. In the future, the group 2 kids will chant Swami's 108 names on special occasions for sure. I hope the gurus agree with that, group 2 gurus. This situation makes us to go back to the basics. We always go forward. At one point of time, whether we are on the track or we get derailed from the main motive, this year made all of us to go back to the basics. So group 2 kids learn the 108 names. Next time when you have a special function, probably Ishwarama Day, I hope you all can chant in the first row. Now group 3 boys. Whenever we do the play every year for Swami's birthday and Ishwarama Day, we always tell the kids, you take a role, you become the character, and you act it out. When you do these things, whether you learn other skills or not, you learn a skill which is called being on someone else's shoes. So if you are not in the other person's point of view, you cannot love them because you think you're always right and you don't know the other view of it. So this helps you to understand what could be the other view. So when you are in your same shoe, then it becomes shame shoe. So always try to be in other side to see if whatever you are deciding and saying is correct or not. Thank you so much for those things. And then group 3 girls. Whenever you chant Bhagavad Gita sloka and other Ashwatra Namavali, or you did this time Amrita Ashwatram. Definitely this is an Amritam. In spirituality, we always call the CSF. Many people in the medical field, you know, cerebrospinal fluid. That's nothing but amritam in spirituality. So definitely when we chant this again and again, for sure, our spinal fluid will secrete more and more, and it will elevate us for sure. Thank you so much. Group 4 boys. Fortunately or unfortunately, I was witnessing when they were cleaning the center. They were so enthusiastic. If I let them do one more day, probably they would have made our center upside down. So that's how they were enthusiastic. Uncle, what can I do? They were going all the baseboards there. At one point of time, I was thinking, all the designs in the pillars, that may go away. So they were having all the, the soap and everything in their hand, and they were cleaning. End of the day, they were not tired. They had more energy to do more. I didn't have anything to give them. So that's how we felt. Thank you so much, Group 3 boys. Group 3 boys and Group 4 boys. We made a promise to all our seniors when we began the year, we will do something for you. And I completely forgot about that. And because of pandemic and other things, we couldn't complete our process and we couldn't do many things for our seniors. But they're always in our back of my mind. The Group 4 boys did a wonderful job for Diwali. This made all our seniors who couldn't come to centers, they indirectly told them, if you don't come to the center, we come to you. Thank you so much for that. This is we always say, love made manifest. This is an example of that. Finally, Group 4 girls. You stole the show. We always have some kind of a fun-oriented skit. Usually Group 4 or Group 3 boys do that. This time you beat them. The total movie they put together, it is kind of a Indian movie in North America because it had emotion, it had love, it had fun, and it had adventures too. Thank you so much. The Sai Universe is copyright of Ottawa Sai Center. So thank you so much for all those wonderful play, and it showcased very well. Thank you so much for all the gurus and SSC coordinators. Every year we say, oh, this is too much work, this is too much work. Doing a live play here is easier than this. I know yesterday morning till 2 a.m., the students and the editing team, they were busy. At the end of the day, it came out very well. Thank you so much. With all these things happening around us, still you pulled it through. Thank you so much. And the parents, SSC parents, now we conduct the class online. Very sorry about that. We didn't make this problem. So eventually, hopefully, for Yeshwarama Day, we will celebrate big when situation becomes normal. You are most welcome to come to the center anytime. You can either send an email or call. When you want to do Arati to Swami, you are most welcome. Your kids' birthdays, your wedding days, any special days, you approach our Arati coordinator. We will make that happen. Thank you so much for your support. And then I come to the other teams, the decoration team. Those girls, this is the 10th year of them. Last 10 years, they started in 2010. This is 10th year for them. They said, Anna, don't worry. This is our 10th year. More than that, this is Swami's 95th birthday. This is a special milestone. We will decorate as usual with no flaw in it. It's better than every year. Thank you so much, girls. The youth, we always complain, oh, you are not doing this, you are not doing that. But they are the one who did this decoration and the bhajans. Now, we cannot come to the center as usual but they recorded privately and then they sent all those audio files. Unfortunately, group singing is still prohibited in Ottawa, so we won't be able to do bhajans, live bhajans, but we will do other things, whatever we can do with City of Ottawa guidelines. Thank you so much, youth. Without you, center is not going to be complete. Thank you so much. And then our favorite audio team. This year, we started a new project, which is a live stream project. We went through few months to get it happen because we had to purchase many things from outside. In this moment, I thank all the people who helped to purchase these gadgets. Thank you so much, everyone. And the last but not least, the trust. They had a full trust on us. I think that makes everything including in that. Thank you so much for keeping the trust on us. We'll continue the way Sai Center is supposed to run. Thank you so much. Now we will do Brahmarpanam and Arati. Before that, the ladies who made the cake. Every year, they make a cake in a nice way with that year. This year I was wondering, we may not have many people like every year. We don't know what we are going to do. But the cake came out very well. If you saw the picture here with Swami's Paduka in it and lotus in the front, all those things, they made it in 2 days. Thank you so much, the team who made the cake. I'm sure you put lots of love in it, so it's going to be delicious. Thank you so much. The last one, we wanted to make you sit and eat in the center, but with the situation we wouldn't be able to do. So we are going to serve in a basket, in a box. So please accept that and take it home, and with Swami in mind, you can have the prasad at home. Thank you so much. Sai Ram. Last one, when you go out, make sure there is no one standing outside the door, then you can go. Yesterday we tried to make people go row by row, but people want to have darshan and then go, so it didn't really work very well. So I leave it to you. When you go out, just see if anybody is standing there. If there, please maintain the social distance. And if you can move quickly as possible, then it will help others to go forward. Thank you so much. Sai Ram. Brahmarpanam Brahmavihe Brahmagnau Brahmanahutam Brahmaivadena Gandhavyam Brahmakarma Samadhina Aham Vaishwanaru Bhutva Praninam Dehamashridaha Pranapana Samayukta Pachamyannam Chadurvidam Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Paramam Pavitram Baba Vibhudim Paramam Vishitram Leela Vibhudim Paramartha Ishtatta Moksha Pradhanam Baba
supreme.